Welcome to another episode of Film Fanatics, presented by St. George News. I'm film critic Bruce Bennett with madaboutmovies.org.
And I'm Adam Mast with Cinemast.net.
Today, Adam, we're going to talk about a little film called 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Nice.
Now, that title may ring a little bit of familiarity with some of our guests, but it's not exactly what you might think it is. So let's set it up. A young woman is knocked unconscious after a serious collision while driving down a rural highway. But when she wakes up, she's sequestered in what appears to be a cellar with no windows. And that's all we really want to say about the plot, isn't it, Adam?
And leave it to producer J.J. Abrams to produce an entire movie under the radar and manage to hide it from savvy audiences.
Right. For film knuckleheads like us, we just love the mystery of films. You know,
Right.
that somebody's able to do that. And we don't want to tell too many of the viewers about the film setup itself. If you've seen the trailer, you know that there's a young woman. She's, like I said, she appears to be, hostage almost. And
Right.
she's portrayed by a fantastic Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Love her. She's on my island.
She's great. I saw her years ago in a little film, probably her least successful film, a little film called Smashed. I don't know if you remember this film.
Fantastic. James
And she's
Ponson
a
movie.
young teacher battling with alcoholism, and I knew back then she was going to be a star.
Oh,
if
she
given the
also played John
opportunity.
McClane's daughter in Live Free, Die Hard.
Right, and I think she was in a Tarantino movie, Death Proof, I think.
Yeah, she's been in quite a few things.
But
Fantastic.
she's by no means the only good thing in this film.
No.
John Goodman, a longtime veteran actor. This may be his best work in decades.
He's fantastic, and then rounding out the cast is an actor named John Gallagher Jr.,
Right.
who is the lesser known of the three.
I think he's a TV star mainly.
Yeah,
known
and
for TV.
he's the least compelling character in the movie, but he's still fun and he serves a distinct purpose.
And that's the great thing about this movie is it is definitely a suspense movie, and we talk in my film class all the time about the influence of Alfred Hitchcock, and this is one of those films
Definitely.
that lives up to that kind of a reference. It's also got kind of a strange, fun
I would
sense
say
of humor,
an off-kilter Shyamalan-inspired vibe going to go with that.
No! No! No, no! No! Don't open that door! They're going to get all of us killed!
Let me say what I feel the filmmakers do that's a disservice to the movie. You may agree, you may not agree. The title. I actually feel like the title hurts the movie.
It does create some confusion.
Well, it's like the anti-mystery box movie. I feel like people are going to go into this movie and they're going to be waiting for a monster to show up.
Or they're
because
expecting a handheld type of film like the original Cloverfield. So I think we have a responsibility to tell the viewers that
This is
it
not
really
that
has
movie.
very little to do with Cloverfield. Maybe the title is the only thing it
Well,
has to do with.
J.J. Abrams has come out to the press and said he considers this movie a blood relative.
Okay.
Take
All right.
that as you will. Really, this is
kissing
a
cousin.
very, very smaller movie.
Even though it's influenced by a lot of other movies that stands alone, I think it's one of the best films so far this year.
I really, really enjoyed the film. It's one I had to sleep on. When I walked out, part of me felt, I don't know, maybe my expectations were too high. But after thinking about it, there's a lot of great stuff in this movie, and I did like its off-kilter sensibility.
So I'm summing up, there's no mystery about the effect of the movie. It's a great movie, one of the best films of the year so far. So I say absolutely see it in the theater.
I say see it as well, but just keep in mind, it may not be what you're thinking. Don't let the title of the movie fool you, but I say see it as well.
In other words, trust your film fanatics. And now there's no mystery about how good the film is, and take it from us, the film fanatics, go see it. This is another episode of Film Fanatics presented by St. George News. I'm film critic Bruce Bennett with madaboutmovies.org.
And I'm Adam Mast with Cinemast.net.
And we are film fanatics.
Are you? Yeah, man.
Wow.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I
the year is young, but
the title,
it's gonna be
though,
good.
I'm still bugged by that title because I think it's a misrepresentation.
Well, the good
of what the
news
movie
is
really
that
is.
the Cloverfield was a good film. We liked it.
Yeah, I liked it, and this is good too.
Yep.